Qatar's Sheikh Jassim will make a world record bid for Manchester United. It will definitely be a world record bid. The world record at the moment is £3.75 billion that was paid for the Denver Broncos last summer. The big question is, will it be enough to tempt the Glazer family to sell Manchester United? Our information is that the Glazers are looking for around £6 billion. I've been trying to find out exactly what this bid from Qatar is going to be. I've been asking the question, will it be more than 5? Will it be close to 6? I can't give you an exact figure, but I'm being told it will definitely be a world record. So Sheikh Jassim is willing to put his money where his mouth is. And I think the other important fact is that he has the funds in place. He's not relying on borrowing money from anybody else. The money is there. He is willing to sign a cheque for the Glazer family somewhere, I'm being told, between £4 and £6 billion. I don't have the exact figure, but that bid is definitely 100% going in this evening. And speaking to some US banking sources, they have been telling me, look, you've got to see the bigger picture. Yes, we've seen what you've been reporting. We've seen what other people have been reporting as well, that there are going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 bids this evening. But the bigger picture is there's only 2 horses in this race. 2 serious horses.
Really? Right.
2 serious horses. The Qataris and Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Those are the people you should be focusing on, because those are the 2 main leading contenders. They're the only ones who've shown their hand. If there are all these other people who are trying to buy Manchester United, how come we haven't seen them show up at Old Trafford? We know other people have been to Old Trafford and have met senior executives at the club, but the kind of people who've got 4, 5, 6 billion pounds to spend to buy a Premier League club, surely they would have shown their faces and shown their hand by now.
OK, and Sir Jim Ratcliffe is not going to have been surprised by the news that a world record bid is going in from his main rival. No,
I think he will be making a world record bid as well. Look, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is somebody who, you know, was willing to spend £4.5 billion to buy Chelsea last summer. So he had access to that kind of money last summer. The big question is, does he have access to that kind of money at the moment? Again, speaking to people, especially in the US, they're saying to me, look, when you look at Sir Jim Ratcliffe's bid, you've got to bear in mind what is going on in the banking sector at the moment. Share prices of banks plummeting, 2 US banks going out of business in the last few days. Credit Suisse, the second biggest bank in Switzerland, being taken over by UBS, the biggest bank in Switzerland. Is it easy at the moment, or as easy as it was previously, to get your hands on financing for the kind of bid that it's going to convince the Glazers to sell Manchester United? I'm not so sure. When you compare Sir Jim Ratcliffe to the Qataris, you have to compare the fact that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to be relying to some extent on outside financing. And OK, they're saying those debts, they will be on Ineos. They won't be on Manchester United. But the Qataris don't have that problem because they have access to funds, and the funds are in place to sign Manchester United.
What Jim Ratcliffe has, what Jim Ratcliffe has, which the Qataris don't, is that emotional link, United fan, community asset. Do the Glazers care?
I mean, I haven't spoken to the Glazers personally, but the people I've been speaking to have told me, 1, the Glazers will only sell if the price is right. If the price is not right, they will stay at United. I went back and said, what, they're going to stay? Can you imagine what the fan reaction is going to be if they now turn around and say, you know, after all this, we're not selling? They said that doesn't matter at all. They don't care about that. They've put up with fan protests for 17, 18 years. They are willing to put up with more fan protests. So I think that is a situation as far as the Glazers are concerned. They will sell to the highest bidder, but the highest bidder has to pay what they're looking for. Otherwise, they will stay. They will raise some more finance. They will sell a minority stake because they believe that Manchester United is going to grow in the next few years. But if you look at their accounts, I think over the past 3 years, they've lost money, something like £200 million. Anyone who buys United as well is going to have to spend at least £1 billion, on the stadium, the training ground, the squad, and that is what...
Maybe more.
Yeah, maybe more, £1 or £2 billion. That is what you've got to factor in as well. So when the Qataris are sitting down, they're finishing off work on their bid, the bid will go this evening. What I was told by US bankers is the Qataris don't want to get themselves in this situation where they're bidding against themselves. Because obviously the Glazers are trying to create interest, a lot of drama, a lot of hype, bidding theatre. That's what I was told. We've been seeing a lot of bidding theatre in the past few days. I think the Qataris have just got to focus on the fact that they want United, they've got the money to buy United, but they want to make sure, that was a phrase that was used to me, that they are not bidding against themselves. They're willing to overpay, but they're not going to be reckless, and they're not going to be irrational. But the bid will be a world record.